The scammers are once again being called out for not being able to afford their financed cars. We got 3 of them lined up. Before we get into those culprits though, I got a really interesting update concerning the case about Mark Kretschmer and the missing 40 million rand. Let's get the show on the road.
FBI, open up!
As you guys can see, I'm here by the FCA's press release. I will leave a link about this in the description so that you can check it out by yourself. But this is a press release that the FCA has released on the 11th of July, and it is a warning against Mark Kretschmer. Now, I believe the only reason why the FCA is only publishing this now is because of the articles that News 24 has continuously released about this guy. Keep in mind, the last video that we did about him, we went into one story in particular about one pensioner that invested over 6 million rand with this guy, and he then just disappeared. He was very trusted though. He came forth as a family friend that has been in a family for quite some time though. So it wasn't like she was trusting this bruh just like blindly. You understand? And also there's the thing of the new cars, the mansion, inviting them over for fancy dinners and stuff like that. He caught them really, really well. In this warning, as you guys can see, the companies that the FCA is warning us about is Portcullis Securities, Pty Ltd. That is the first company that he did business under. And then the new one is PCS Holdings. That is the company that he used to scam that old lady. And keep in mind, he has been using Freedom Capital's FSP number the whole time. Now, once this case wraps up, I'm telling you guys straight off, Freedom Capital is also gonna face some kind of penalty. Remember in a previous case when Veracity Markets got wrapped up, the financial company on whose FSP they piggybacked, that company also got fined. So there's something nice waiting for Freedom Capital as they only released this guy, I think it's January this year, from using the FSP number. The law is on to him. The pressure in the media is definitely piling up. There's nowhere to run anymore. I think the first place that the authorities is going to go to is his parents. Enough about Mark Kretschmer though. Let's get into those 3 Forex billionaires that cannot afford their car rentals anymore. The first scammer that we're going to talk about is the master of Pipcoin, Ref Wayne. And when I exposed him for this Bentley, a whole lot of people called me a hater. A whole lot of people called me evil. A whole lot of people called me the guy who's against success. And I mean, when you take a look into the number plates, then you will understand this car never belonged to him. And that is also the reason why traders have been hiding their number plates, because they know the moment I see it, I send it off to a bro of mine, I get it scanned, and we will find out who the real owner is. There's this website that has been popping up, carsharenova.com, and as you guys can see, you can rent this exact same Bentley Continental GT starting from 3,500 rand till 7,000 rand per day. And the number plates actually match because these were the very same photos that I used in this video. I will place a link here so that you guys can go and check it out. But there I found the owner. I found him actually warning Rev Wayne about driving certain places and then telling Rev Wayne to also bring the car back. This was a rented vehicle from Jump, and because it was Rev Wayne, people didn't believe me. But here you guys can actually see the owner, who is now Temba. Rev Wayne's real name is Refilwe. Like here you can already see the man don't own the car. He has never owned it. That car is now being used to make business publicly. People are seeing King Abasho's business model, and they are seeing it's working for him. So now a lot of people is kind of following in that footsteps. The next one that we gotta talk about is John Cutty. Hey guys, I'm blocked again from his Instagram. He just unblocked me for a minute. I don't know why he blocked me again. If it's something that I said, if it's an upload that I made on IG, I don't know. But John Cutty decided to block me again. Nevertheless, this Lamborghini that he has purchased a while ago is being brought into question. And the reason why it's being brought into question, as you guys can see here, here's a side by side of, on your left hand side, you can see John Cutty's car, that's his garage, that is a Lamborghini Urus in the background as well. And on the right hand side, you will see what seems to appear as the very same Lamborghini Huracan with, most importantly, with temporary licensing details in the windshield on the right hand side. So this is kind of suspicious, and I mean, I told you guys since jump, John Cutty is going broke. His business model has expired long time ago. The robot space is simply too saturated, and it became a dirty cesspool of scammers. So him surviving with his high prices, that is highly unlikely. That is why he started selling softwares that predicts certain gambling games to the T. But I mean, it's gambling. He's making money from you. You're not gonna make money from Aviator or whatever software may be selling you. I told you guys this man is going broke. But here you can see the same Lamborghini Huracan LP582. You can get that from 13,125 till 17,500 per day. Here's more photos, and as you guys can see, I'm just gonna zoom in there a little. Here is the temporary license details on the same side as where John Cutty's is. Now, once again, I'm gonna lean onto my community. If you see this car in public, right, please do take a snap of that temporary details so that we can at least crisscross it and be for real certain. But these, you can find them on Flami's Trading Up Telegram group. Everything is available there. Shout out to him. Here you can see the pricing for renting it per day. There's a 1 day pricing, a 2 days pricing, a 3 days pricing, all the way down to a 6 days pricing. So if you're gonna rent this vehicle for 6 days or more, it is 13,125 per day for all of those 6 days. Eish. These guys are giving out a lot of money trying to look rich, no? The third culprit on the list that is being accused of not being able to afford his cars is leadership. As you guys know, he recently bought a Luma, a Range Rover, and I think that is like the sport version. You know, almost like you get Ford Fiesta, then you get Ford Fiesta ST. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Yeah, you can see the chats. Someone is saying hi to a salesperson. Thank you for contacting Harry Mabasa. Please let us know how we can help you. And then the person sends a screenshot of that exact Luma, and he says, I'm currently interested in purchasing this Range Rover Luma CLR-RS. Now, I know a lot of people is going to be like, oh, that might not be leadership's car, that might not be leadership's car. But as you guys know, when leadership bought it, as you can see here, the man was actually buying the car while it was white. But we all know when he had it, he wrapped the car in gold. And that is the thing here. In these text messages, you can see the client is clearly asking this, bruh, listen, is there any problems with the car that I should know of? And he then responds by saying, the system says the alternator does not charge properly sometimes, and there's a warning light on dashboard that is caused by electrical fault. And just to be fully transparent, the car was previously wrapped, and the wrap has since been removed. We know that when the rental circle gang gets these cars, the first thing that they do is wrap the car to give him the benefit of the doubt. When he posted those RC1s, I saw his name under ownership for a Land Rover. I'm not sure if it's for this. I just saw Rover at the back. But now when you look at it like this, my bro, from the dealership, this really puts it into your head that this man lost everything. And also, like I told y'all a couple of videos ago, where is the Range Rover, the Luma that he bought? Because when he moved from that Mursa mansion into the house that he's staying in now, there was no Range Rover in sight. But yeah, Rider was most called later. Now you guys can see the car is actually up. The car is actually up for sale. And just the other day, he still pretended like he owned it. I don't know what needs to happen for these guys to stop lying and to stop pretending. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure. The moment the law catches up with him, there's gonna be hell to pay. I see the FCA has now made a budget of 200 million rand available to catch these scammers. So sooner than later, you are most definitely gonna see your favorite mentor on an FCA warnings list. Don't say I didn't warn you, ne? We'll come back to this video and I'll replay it for you just so that I can say I told you so. If you came this far, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao.